What's going on today, guys? So as you can see behind me, I have the 370Z. I just picked this car up and we're gonna go over everything that's wrong with it. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the exterior. Now this is an older car. I mean, it's 9 years old. It's a 2014. So, you know, it does have some paint imperfections and things like that. I think just about every single wheel has curb damage. No big deal. Got a solution for that. Be taking care of that very shortly. In addition to that, got some scratches on the rear bumper, kind of in a odd place. I don't know how well you can see them, but there's some really deep gouges right here, and a long scratch there. The car is completely stock. There is nothing done to this car, and that's really all the imperfections on the outside. And then the rear tires are bald as well, so I'm gonna have to take care of that. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the wheels and the tires all together. The next thing is these headlights. These are really faded. They got like oxidation on them as well. I guess I don't know what you'd call that, but that's what I'm gonna call it for now. Everything works well. I think they're still sealed properly, but just really worn. This one looks a little better than the driver's side. So we'll go ahead and open the door, take a look at the inside. So there's like, I don't know, some damage to the door panel here. I don't know what it is. It's just like almost like dented, but I don't really know what you would call that, because it's not punctured, but it's definitely pushed in a little bit. But overall the door panel is still solid. I don't think there's really been any work ever done to this car. Everything is still really tight. You know, everything is where it's supposed to be. Now, I know I said the car was bone stock. I did add this shifter here, or the shift knob I should say, and then the radio was put in before my ownership, but there's no performance modifications whatsoever on this vehicle. So another thing on this interior is the mirror. It's not mounted properly. It's like, I don't notice it when I'm driving, but it's definitely loose. It doesn't take much to move. We're gonna have to remount that for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and start the car. This one is push button start. I think they started that in 2013, but we're gonna go ahead and start it up. Super quiet. Now the warning is just for my door being open. It's just really hot right now. So as you can see, there is a check engine light on here. I have ran the codes for the check engine light, and it does show that it is for a O2 sensor. It's for one of the primaries, which, you know, kind of be a pain to get to, but I did already order it, and I've got it waiting to install. So the next thing in the interior is the lights. So one of my lights is out. It does not work at all. You know, I'm sure it's just a bulb. I don't think it's going to be anything more than that, but super easy fix nonetheless. So back outside, coming to the hatch here, I did go ahead and replace these already, just because I needed to have a functional hatch. But these struts here that hold the rear hatch up, the ones that were on it when I purchased the vehicle a couple weeks ago were not adequate. I mean, they were very worn. You couldn't lift this up at all. It would just drop straight down. So they wouldn't hold whatsoever. I went ahead and purchased these so I could at least, you know, get groceries and stuff without having to worry about losing a hand when it, you know, comes down. But other than that, that's really the interior and the exterior. So like I had mentioned already, the O2 sensor is bad, but also I have bad rear differential bushings. Now, I don't really have a good way to show that without just doing the install. I did go ahead and order some polyurethane bushings from Z1. We're going to see how well those do. It is pretty extensive for the job. You have to remove the axles, you have to disconnect the drive shaft, and then you have to drop the differential completely. So we will be doing that. But let's go ahead and do our final walk around here. So just overall, super clean car, very quiet in stock form too. You know, it's very similar to my old 350Z that had the Vortex supercharger kit on it, and you can look back through my previous videos to find that. That was kind of the car that started the channel. But this one, I wanted two things. There were only two things when I was looking for this car that I needed, and it was the sport package, so I could get the raised wheels, the bigger brakes, the rev matching, all that fun stuff, and then a manual transmission. But a manual transmission was over top of everything else. I really wanted a touring model so I could get the power seats, but this one came up for a decent deal, and I just had to get it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry it is really hot out here, but yeah, this is my new to me 2014 370Z. Gonna have a ton more content with this vehicle. I also did just buy a house, so I will have a different view for you guys. And then my brother also has moved, and he brought his 350Z. He's gone at the moment, but we're definitely gonna include him in some videos as well, and I think he's starting a channel also, so I'll have to put the link down in subscription. Wow. I'll have to put the link to his channel down in the description as well, as soon as he makes one. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.